Hello and welcome to Flippin Through, the internet's #1 Mad Magazine news, review, and interview channel. And today we're flipping through Mad Magazine number 412, released December 2001. Our price, $2.99, which is indeed cheap. But before we do that, please let me remind you, hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment down below. That's the #1 way that you can support this channel. Yes, indeed. That's it. That's what you have to do. Hit subscribe, whether you're here for the first time or you've been here 50 times. Go down, just make sure that you've clicked it. Anyway, thank you for doing that. If you want to support me in another way, if you think that what I do is worth anything more than a like, a subscribe, and a comment, go to patreon.com/flippinthrough. Link is down there in the description. What do you get? 6 set of stickers. Pretty cool stencil. You can use it to deface public or private property. Sometimes I'll do these little things, little surprises, like pieces of artwork I'll send to you. Anyway, go check that out if that sounds at all interesting to you. These are the people that I get to thank for their support today. Joey Gesso, Reflection of Perfection, Misimo, Tom Richmond, David Strickler, Megan McInerney, Shane Buckley, Bobby Weigel, Cam Hayden, Rob Wilson, Rod Meadsbury, Andrew Goldfarb, Casey Ori, and Little Cozy Nostril. Thank you guys so much for your support. I hope I can keep on earning it. With that, let's get back here. Where am I? Here I am. Here we have the mustache hair. Disgusting. The special Harry Potter issue. This is actually, I had somebody request this. Who was it? Yeah, I don't know if you guys do that or knew that. I do request. If you have an issue that I've not done already, I mean, I've done a lot already, so it's like the ability to request. Your chances get smaller and smaller as I go on. But if you want me to flip through an issue, leave a comment. I would gladly do one that you request. Mort Drucker doing this cover with old Harry Plopper and Alfred E. Neuman as Ron Weasley. And it's cute. Very cute. You did a great job. Good job. Uh-oh. Oh, we're in that time again. We're in that timeline where we're getting ad alerts. I don't know how bad this one is. I did a quick flip through, but I don't exactly recall. Here we have the table of contents. Let's just move on. Burnout was a fun game. Oh gosh, there we go again. Ad alert yet again. So this was, I don't know, what did I say? December 2001. And what preceded this by about 3 months was September 2001. And if you know anything about magazines, like this says December, but this is, came out maybe was like October or November. So this was put together pretty quickly after the attacks on 9/11. I believe it was the issue immediately previous to this one that they had to change the cover to. It was something about like the New York City Marathon, and it was there's a dead man on the street. And so they were like, obviously, we got to change that. So here, let's look over. I'm on madcoversite.com, and you can see, yeah, issue 411. And this was it. This was the cover that hit the newsstand. And it said on the cover, November 2001. This was the originally planned cover that was made by John Caldwell. And it's an awesome cover. It's so cool. How many Caldwell covers did we get? Really, if you think about it, the biggest loss of 9/11 was the fact that we didn't get a John Caldwell MAD cover. But you can see for obvious reasons why they decided to pull that. So anyway, I thought this was worth reading just for posterity. Dear readers, like all Americans, we at MAD were saddened by the recent events at the World Trade Center, the Pentagon, and in Pennsylvania. We express our deepest sympathies to the families and friends of those who were lost. We would also like to thank the many readers who called, faxed, or emailed us concerning the MAD staff safety. Thankfully, we're okay. Like many of the late-night comedy shows, we've struggled with the question of what humor is appropriate in times of national grieving. Because we work on issues several months in advance, some articles written and scheduled prior to September 11th may now be deemed unimportant or even inappropriate. We've done our best to remove or re-edit this material, but with passions running so high, some may find offense in places where many others may not. Next month, we will be presenting the MAD 20, our annual roundup of the 20 dumbest people, events, and things of the past year. There will be no mention of the World Trade Center attack. To include it would be an unforgivable trivialization of the tragic event. Do not misread this letter, however, as MAD will not be abandoning its editorial mission of pointing out the extremes, missteps, and absurdities in life. In 2002, our 50th year of publication, we will continue to poke holes in all deserving areas of society, including our elected officials, their policies, the media, and more. Madly, the editors. And yeah, I kind of get that. Also, it's sort of hard to be like, yeah, it's a trivialization to be like, number one dumbest thing of 2001 when 2,000 people were killed in a terrorist attack in New York City. It's just not, doesn't really work as a joke like that. Here's another one. And then there you have the R zone. The R zone. Oh my goodness. That's like, oh man, I'm glad that I can edit myself and not make inappropriate jokes. Anyway, this is kind of cool. Let's zoom in. Well, there's two things. One is this, the School of Hard Knoxville. John, am I the first pseudo-celebrity to stoop as low as to send a picture of himself holding his own cover of Mad Magazine in hopes of getting a free 3-year subscription? Jesus H. Christ, I hope so. Thanks for putting me on the cover. Sincerely, Johnny Knoxville. P.S. Now, where the hell is my subscription? Johnny Knoxville, L.A., California. Jackass Boy, yes, you are the first pseudo-celebrity, some might say the cheapest, to stoop so low as to send in your own picture to wrangle a free subscription. But hey, a deal is a deal, regardless how ill-conceived. A 3-year subscription is on its way to the Knoxville residents. And then I'm going to take a brief... Okay, Jackass was like the biggest thing for young men at that time period. It was amazing. Here we have the D-Low Down. I'm not going to read through this, but I'm going to put right there a link to my whole breakdown of this saga of letters in the Mad Letter pages. It's a doozy. It's a lot of fun. So make sure you check that out. All right. It's worth it. Here we have the Harry Potter and the Sorry-Ass Story. Is this the first one? I don't know. I think so. Yeah, the Sorcerer's Stone. But anyway, I don't know. It's like, I don't care about Harry Potter. So what I did is I decided in my notes, I said, just look at Marshall's. That's how little I care about Harry Potter. Sorry, I know that there's people who really like it, but that's not me. What's that Eskimo doing? Oh, he's trying to dry his pants out. Here we have, here's another marginal. Oh, damn, it's full? That can't be. It'll never be full, will it? Here we have another one. What's he doing? Oh, a dog stole the steak. That's what I like about it. Some of them have like a complex joke. Others, it's like just pretty simple and straightforward. Like, I like this. All of them like no idea what to do because they can't see the little fly buzzing around. I will say this, like, I do feel bad because a lot of these illustrations in this one are really, really good. Oh, look, it's a gay wedding cake. That's cute. All right, let's zoom on out. Here is Mad Etiquette Guide for Modern Workplace Romances. And this is Kevin Pope. You probably know Kevin Pope the way I know Kevin Pope, which is I don't know Kevin Pope. I just know his artwork. Specifically, I got to look this up actually. Um, who it was because I want to say Goofus and Gallant, but it's not that. Melvin and Jenkins. That is how I know Kevin Pope. So when I first saw this, I was like, "Oh, Melvin and Jenkins?" And then I realized, "Oh, there is no Melvin and Jenkins here." And I felt let down because I do love Melvin and Jenkins. The gentleman should always wipe off the copy machine glass for the lady after Xeroxing his own bare buttocks and prior to her doing so. After having a torrid broom closet liaison with a coworker you met at a launch party for your new .com company, it's impolite to ignore them at the going out of business party the following week. Oh, I see what happened. Be sensitive to the possibility that some may not be as comfortable as you about revealing your relationship with a fellow coworker. That's like, I wonder if any sports teams had two lovers on them. Whilst engaging in an amorous liaison on the job, the thoughtful couple shows consideration for those in neighboring workplaces. I really like his style of illustration. It's very hard to describe, though. How would you describe Kevin Pope's? Here we have a Peter Kuper, Spy versus Spy. Remember, I have to tilt this magazine so I don't have the glare. Look at that. It's beautiful. Know what I like about this the most, I think, are the panels where it looks like stone. I really like that a lot. And then it becomes sort of like a little fourth wall breaking thing. He rolls it, and then it goes up and it kind of bleeds out of that panel. That's pretty cool. Uh-oh. Another ad alert. I don't know. That's like, that ad does not make me want to play the game. President George W. Bush, the first 6 months. Artist Rick Tulka, writer Dave Croato, and then coloring Digital Chameleon. What? It's like they hired a company and then they just don't give credit to like the person, or is Digital Chameleon a person? 22, January 22nd, spent the day aimlessly roaming Home Depot after being told I needed to select a new cabinet. Day 28, with the help of the First Lady, pushed beds in presidential bedroom back together. February 6th, removed Roger Clinton from the White House basement, Elian style. Elian Gonzalez. What's the deal with that? I just remember that like horrifying footage of like armed, like militarized police busting into a house and taking a screaming child. 27, February 27th, with energy crisis looming, notice that Kennedy's eternal flame at Arlington National Cemetery always has plenty of fuel. Pushed for exploratory drilling. March 25th, put pressure on the Franklin Mint to finally get that Conway Twitty commemorative coin made. We had a great big convoy trucking through the night. Ain't she a beautiful sight? Convoy. April 6th. Didn't reach home plate when throwing out first pitch at a Brewers game. Milwaukee scouts expressed interest anyway. Here's the thing. He can throw a baseball. That's actually bullshit. He's probably the best one at throwing a ball that we've ever had. April 22nd. Watch complete Dukes of Hazzard marathon on TNN. TNN ruled. 18, had FBI perform a background check on myself to see if maybe they could help me remember anything I did in the 80s. June 6th, enacted a pay raise for the military, gaining their support just in case I can't use the Supreme Court to give me the 2004 election and have to use military force. Oh, whoa. That's kind of crazy. They predicted a little. MAD, the last few issues, I feel like they're predicting a lot. Ooh, ad alert. Hibernia Merngsing, Dark Age of Camelot. The ATM safety rules for that banks should post. Look at this. This is an awesome Tom Bunk illustration. Number 2, do not hold the ATM door open for a person you do not know, especially if they're wearing a ski mask and it's the middle of summer. I was just talking about this. I think 2 weeks ago, there was, I remember as a kid, you had to scan in, you had to use your bank card to get into the door to use the ATM. Now they just have them everywhere. Protect your ATM card the way you would protect cash, even though we send out millions of them every day via cheap bulk rate mail, making them an easy target for any nickel and dime thief to steal. Above all, number 7, avoid dark corners at the ATM area. Number 10, to avoid a public berating and possible physical altercation, we recommend that you tip any homeless vagrant who opens the ATM door for you 15% of your total withdrawal. For ultimate banking security, we strongly suggest you avoid ATMs, carry no cash, and charge all of your purchases to one of our convenient credit cards. $75 annual membership fee applies. Current annual percentage rate 29%, calculated hourly. Another Caldwell, look at this. Another one? No, first Caldwell. I lose track. You guys are going to be honest, I bulk filmed a bunch of these because I'm moving. So I did just look at a Caldwell one like 20 minutes ago. Here we have, you may want to rethink your gym choice if their latest innovation in bodybuilding equipment, whiffle weights. A typical 45-minute Thai bow session includes at least 3 smoke breaks. You're the only one in the place not training for a pie eating contest. How about this? A dearth of real equipment translates to a 40-minute wait for the medicine ball. Medicine balls are really cool. It's like old school. It's like something your granddad, shit. Ad alert. That's like something your granddad would use as a medicine ball. Because that's what medicine was back then. Here we have an Angelo Torres, Arnie Corrigan. The Uggers? What the hell is the Uggers? Is that Nicole Kidman? Harrison Ford? I don't like that. We have, of course, not of course. I mean, like, when was the last time Snappy Answers appeared before this? Snappy Answers to Stupid Questions, Law Enforcement Edition. Artist and writer Al Jaffee. Are you sniffing coke? No, my nose is clogged and this is Drano to clear it. No, my nostrils are chafed and I'm applying talcum powder. No, I'm looking at this mysterious white powder through my new nose microscope. Are you smuggling drugs? No, I'm an exercise freak and I'm carrying body weights to help keep me in shape. Do you just stop me because I'm black? No, because your parents are. No, I get lonely sitting behind that speed trap, so I stopped you to have a little chat. Yes, I just wanted to apologize for all the years of racial profiling and oppression. There you go. Send your own snappy answers to these situations and we'll print the best ones in the letters page of a future issue. That's something worth investigating. Here we have the lighter side of... Hold on, let me see. I'm going to zoom in on this. I didn't check this out originally. Official court notice, attention, if you watch The Tonight Show with Jay Leno, you may have a claim under a new class action settlement. Please read this notice. United States District Court of Burbank, California, v. the National Broadcasting Company, Big Dog Productions, et al. 2. All persons or entities for the legal representative or significant other of any persons or entities who watched 3 or more episodes of The Tonight Show with Jay Leno at any time from May 25th, 1992 through July 31st, 2001, the class period. If you watched, you may be entitled to monetary relief under a new class action settlement. Okay, this is so dense. Are you eligible to participate? Did you ever have the feeling while watching The Tonight Show with Jay Leno that you had seen it all before on Late Night with David Letterman? Not necessarily the news, Candid Camera, and Art Linkletter's People Are Funny? Did you ever wish that the commercial break would go on forever? Did you ever wonder why only Leno himself and his music director Kevin Eubanks find all of Jay Leno's jokes extremely funny? Have you noticed Jay Leno has a really big chin? If you answered yes to any of the above questions, you're most likely eligible. This is funny and worth checking out. Jay Leno does suck. I'll say it. I've heard he watches this channel through pretty reliable sources. People said Jay Leno watches, but I'm not afraid. Jay Leno, I was always a David Letterman fan. Sorry, I think you have the greatest car collection of any living person. I guess maybe Ralph Lauren is an exception, possibly, but I think you probably have more cars than him. But yeah, sorry, I'm a Letterman guy. You are receiving an ad alert. Nobody will ever have a class action lawsuit against me because I give you guys ad alerts. Here I have Monroe and the Thanksgiving. This is a classic. I remember watching this, reading this, and having that feeling of being young and just like some girl shows up to something. You're like, what? A girl? And she's like kind of pretty? This is nuts. But of course, Monroe gets to make out with her. I never got to make out with anybody. It was his cousin, though. The mysterious mysteries of televised sports. We have artist Tom Richmond, writer Desmond Devlin. Talked about this before. It's always fun to see Tom Richmond doing things that aren't the movie parodies. You just kind of get a different insight into things that he draws. Why does NBC think that a viewing audience that's completely ignored every film that Spike Lee, Richard Lewis, or Woody Allen has made in the past 10 years will suddenly be fascinated to see the same nerdwads sitting around watching the Knicks? Like Richard Lewis? Like, when did he... Anyway. If Fox can electronically light up the hockey puck so home viewers can more easily follow its red glow, why can't they do the same to the players' teeth so we can see where they land during bloody fistfights? Yeah, I wish hockey was easier to watch on TV because it is a super exciting sport. How come the announcers in golf are always whispering when they're off in a soundproof TV booth, nowhere near the golfers are putting? Are they? I thought sometimes they can be. I think because it's like the mood of it, right? Everybody's quiet. Everybody on the green is quiet. Will Jack Nicklaus make this putt? How come networks think that showing top TV stars attending championship games is good promotion for their sitcoms when it only makes us despise them and their shows for taking all the fabulous front row seats that are about 100 times closer to the action than any of us will ever get? Well, if it wasn't them sitting there, do you know who it would be? Them. Look at that. Hold on. Is that the BTK killer? I think that's who that is. Yeah, almost certainly. Hold on, I'm actually going to research that. Okay, it's not because it was 4 years later, unless this is like another Mad Predicts type thing. But for real, look up Dennis Rader, BTK, and tell me tell me Tom Richmond didn't draw him into there. Okay? And here we have a mad look at Harry Potter. Yeah, guys, you know it. You know it and I know it. Or I suspect it strongly. These ones, it's paid. It's paid advertisement. And if I ever have somebody that was part of Mad editorial that I can talk to and ask about, this will be my number one question. Who decided what Sergio did? And was that ever paid for by a corporation? Was it like paid in kind? You know, I don't know. Celebrity cause of death betting odds. This one's still alive. Herman Mejia doing great work. J.K. Rowling. I'm actually waiting for the day where one of these is actually a way that they die. Killed by envious welfare mom writers whose own napkin scribblings haven't sold squat. Run over by same literary critic who almost killed Stephen King with his van. Bleeds to death at book signing after being accidentally poked by 127 pointy wizard hats. assassinated by TV industry for luring kids into the dangerous habit of reading. Sleep deprivation from worrying about impact of Christian fundamentalists ban Harry Potter campaigns on overall sales. Oh, man, that's a butt. And guess what? We're not done. This is the saddest part is you have that butt ad. You have a wonderful MAD fold-in. What professional sector in our faltering economy is always guaranteed a job? I don't know. No, because I haven't done that thing where I create a paper. There we go. Yeah. Another ad alert. And this one, it's unfolded. Why? Because it comes from my personal collection. You guys, this has been MAD Magazine number, wait, what was it? 412. Remember, hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment down below. And if you've made it this far, I want you to leave a comment. Bananarama. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Toodaloo.